I hope I have BP in this mag because honestly, I've been spawning with a lot of PS ammo. It just doesn't work. Literally shot Raider Scav in the head with an AK-74U actually yesterday with PS ammo. And Scav fucking tanked it. That was so annoying. If you do spawn with a hat on, take it off. You really don't want to have it on ever. You spawn in, you're going to want to look around. You're going to want to listen for a second. Generally, I wouldn't even move. But I'm really out in the open here, right? I got buildings all around me. I didn't spawn in a building. I didn't spawn underground. I spawned in a really dangerous spot. So we are shooting over at K buildings. When you spawn in, you're going to want to be checking your time as well. Hit 00. We've got 20 minutes left on this raid. So in reserve, which is where I am, you can see the big dome up there, and the White King, and the Black Knight. So the one with chess pieces is reserve. You're going to want to, if the raid is closer to 40 minutes, right, you're going to want to head underground. So you're going to want to go into King or Bishop, which is over there, and you're going to want to find the staircase that leads down, and you're going to want to go underneath. If there's only 20 minutes left, or if you're in raid so long, just sort of hiding, crouch walking around, you're going to want to head over there. So opposite White Bishop, to the left, opposite Dome, far away, you're going to want to head over there. That's where raiders spawn, that's where people go, that's where the loot is. And you're going to want to find your way sort of through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for where raiders spawn. And that is in this building, in that building over there, which it's looking pretty good. I like that rig that's in the middle there, so I'm actually going to drop my rig. And we're going to go grab this rig. Pretty sure I saw somebody in that door. Yep. So I heard him hit it twice. So what he was doing was the peek method. Basically you just peek in and out from a spot a billion times. And what happens is that the game is suddenly like, oh, I don't know where you are, right? So it'll just blink you in between the two. The game is server-based, or sorry, home-based, basically. So every time you're making a move, it registers it on your PC first, and then sends it to the server. And the server's like, okay, he's here. But by then, you've already moved to another location. And it takes that second for the server to catch up. So if you're bouncing between two places really quickly, then nobody can really see it. Now, that's dangerous with a fully automatic weapon, because it does register you between the two places while you're there. So you're going to want to be careful with how that works. I'm just going to do a hatchet run. But what I mean by between the two places is that you are effectively in all three places at once. You're in point A, point B, and in between the two, until the server re-catches up, which is which is generally your milliseconds up at the top. So if you have 1 millisecond delay, then between point A and point B and the 1 millisecond, you are there, right? So somebody could shoot you if they see you in any of those areas on the screen. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to get around to the side of where he was strafing back and forth, right? Because if I can see him strafe back and forth like this, it doesn't matter where he is on the server, right? I can just shoot in that line and he'll be dead. So that's what I was trying to do. Didn't work out too well, but you know what? You just kind of gotta go to the next one. So we'll head on to the next board here. If you're hatchet running, your bag and your meds cost you about 20,000 rubles. If you can't afford that, you can always just empty your butt bag or bring in really cheap meds. Just an AI2 with a hemostatic or an S-March. That's like 5k right there. With a bandage, which is another 2k, so 7k. With probably another bandage, if I had to be honest. Oh no, with painkillers. In case you black out a limb, you don't have any way to heal it up, bring painkillers. So you got painkillers, you've got an AI2, you've got an S-March or a hemostatic, and you've got a bandage. All of that together, probably about 10k, if I had to be honest. About 4k for the painkillers, 2k, 3k, and 2k. So 11k. So you'd be spending $11,000 on your meds. My meds in my bag are far more expensive than that, probably hundreds of thousands. But 11,000 on meds in your butt. Run into the raid. Don't even bring in a backpack. Find something in raid that's worth more than 11,000. Pull those meds into your pockets, and then sorry, I'm thinking Black Pawn now. Pull the meds into your pockets and put the item into your butt. This is called Marked Room. Generally there's a gun in here, which is great for me. There are two. Thank you. So what I'm doing, this run is called Snake Run. If you spawn at Black Pawn, you don't want to go down that ramp. It's very bad for your health. Because somebody can spawn down that ramp. So you want to avoid that at all costs. FMJ, alright. We got heavy hitting shit. You always want to cover your corners. Every time you turn a corner, you should bring your gun up to your face. Every time. There should never be a time when you don't bring your gun up to your face. So basically, if you spawn where I spawned, out behind the pawn, and you'll learn the map over time. But if you spawn where I spawned, you're going to want to go into Black Pawn, go downstairs, and even if you don't have that key for that room, you're going to want to run past that room and down here, and into what's known as power switch, because military spawns spawn down here, and they're worth quite a bit of money, so much so that I'm going to move. This is 30,000, this is 90,000. Oh well, I made 60,000 minimum. The 731 versus the 15,000. We'll have to check on that one because I'm not too sure. But we probably overall... Oh, it was a raider. I dislike when a raider doesn't make any sound. It's very annoying. T ammo. So if he had any kind of a higher penetration round, I would have been fine. A higher penetration round has much lower damage, and you can end up getting away with a lot of really no armor builds. As long as they don't shoot you directly in the face, you'll be fine. You'll generally kill them faster than they'll kill you. But I got unlucky. I didn't ADS. I should have ADS'd and then held that ADS while he was coming around the corner. If I had that ADS, then when I started shooting and my gun went up in the air, I would have been able to correct a lot better than by free firing. So that's your next tip. When I said to ADS around the corners, that means if they're coming around the corner as well, you need to be ADS'd. So we're actually going to run that again. We're going to run it a bit better because I didn't mean to leave the AP 6.3 in my butt. And you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll run it exactly like I would run it if I was running it for you guys. So there's some pin killers. Here's a hemostatic. I'll bring in an IFAK just because I can afford it. And a hemostat. So the IFAK is basically a bandage and an AI2 mixed together. And I'll bring in a hemostat instead of an S-March. So that's literally all I want you to bring. I don't even want you to bring a backpack. I'm going to bring one just because I know where there's a lot of loot. When you start figuring out the loot channels, you should definitely be going into it. So let's... I recommend insuring stuff. If you don't insure stuff, you're never going to get anything back. If you do insure stuff, it costs about 1/10 of the actual value of the item. If you get something back 1 in 10 times, you made your money back. If you get something back 2 in 10 times, you doubled your money. So, just look at it that way. And then sort of do your own calculation. If you die a lot to people because you're running around, you're going for that loot, you're like a Mad Dog Jackson, definitely put some stuff towards, sorry. If you don't get your loot back because you're running into PMCs, don't insure stuff. Like, you can insure stuff like your headset. Your headset is a good thing to insure because a lot of people are already wearing a headset and they don't need it. And it's not worth the 4 slots that it takes up to put it in your backpack. So, insure your headset. Insure things like your helmet also works too. Your helmet is generally damaged, people don't want to take it and repair it, so on and so forth. Your backpack, as long as it's like a scav backpack or a day pack, then I'm fine with that. But if you have anything like an attack 2 or a tri-zip or an F5, don't even worry about it. What else? Guns. If you're running a pistol, don't insure it. Everybody's going to take your pistol. Absolutely everybody. Any pistol at all. If I'm running a main gun, right, I don't have a pistol. So that's a free slot. That's a free inventory item. Take that every day. Sell it to a vendor. If I am running a main weapon, anything like a shotgun or a unmodded AK will generally come back to you in insurance. So insure those guns every single time, and just make sure that you're getting them back some percentage of the time. If you run 10 raids and you go home and tomorrow you have no guns in your inventory and you insured all 10, then maybe just don't insure them after that. It's up to you. Let's see, we've gone through insurance. I guess we could do that. Oh, nope, we're in raid. Alright, so hopefully I don't have to snake again. I really don't like that. I would rather spawn a little bit further out so that if anybody else has the chance to go down at a D2, I can let them go and I can loot behind them. That being said, oh, well, I just got one of the luckiest spawns in the world. That is known as an ASA. And that is known as a tank shell. The tank shell is worth approximately 200k. The ASA is worth approximately 2 million. So if you hit that spawn, it's in the corner of the map. There's the dome. So remember, I was way over there, or right along where the dome was. Here's a giant wall. You cannot get past this wall. And it's in the far left corner of the map. On any map, that row of mountains right there is north, and that is south. So in the southeast quadrant of the map, it is inside the very corner bunker. In case you were wondering, that's where I spawned last time, down in that little crevasse right there. And I just ran up and went into Black Pond. So somebody could have spawned here this time and already run down there and be waiting for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up instead. And we're just going to go up. And actually, I don't have this key. So there's a lot of weapon boxes in the pond buildings. Really good for loot. But what I am mainly looking for right now... Oh, that's interesting. Is a weapon, if that makes sense. So sometimes on these there's a weapon. I'm not going to go up there. I don't think that that was supposed to be open, so I'm actually going to sort of just not go up there, if that makes sense. I don't have a gun. I don't have any chance of killing anything. Well, I have a very small chance of killing very little things. And so that step there, the very bottom of that building on the left-hand side, right? Bottom of the building, far left side from where we went into it, so down there. That was where the marked room was. And that's a very highly contested area. So I'm just going to avoid that. We're just going to go for other loot. And as you're doing these runs, especially in hatchet runs, you're going to see your endurance go up. I just let everybody know where I was. That's not good. You're going to see your endurance go up quite a bit. Alright, there we go. We got some armor. Yeah, I really didn't mean to kick that door. Don't be afraid, though. Honestly, if you're just like picking up loot every so often, you're gonna eventually find something that's super good, and you'll be better off because of it. Like here, there's an MGT. I'm definitely gonna replace the meds that are inside of my pockets with that. So we got that one and this one, and now we can just put those meds right in my pockets. 4, 5, 6. Speaking of which, let me eat this. And then we'll just pick up some more items. You might be wondering why I'm not picking up that extra thing there. That's not a gun. That is a gun stock. So it's not really the item that we need. I'm trying to figure out why I don't have the key to this. Oh, I took out all my keys. So I don't even have a single reserve key on me. Okay then. BT is good ammo. If you get a chance to hold on to BT, I recommend it personally. Sorry, I say oh. It's a good ammo, and if you blind fire it, you will end up hitting more shots because you can see where they go. And if I was picking up everything that I saw, I would be full by now. So I'm just gonna, oh, hello. Hello. That's a good item. That's a 300k item right there. So that is known as a water filter. And so if you got an ASA, a water filter, or even these 3 items here, military circuit board, military thermal generator, and a tank shell, if you got any of these 6 items, I would recommend leaving. So, here we go. We are going to escape. So, there's Black Pawn. That's where that is. You come through Black Pawn. There's a courtyard. This is White Pawn. It's to the left. Got a T-Rex on the side. You go downstairs. Alright, I'm not going to do anything else. You go downstairs, and there should be a door that goes into the bunker. All bunker doors, they can't be shut. They're big, they're metal, they're like this. You go down. Just checking corners here. Alright, you go down, you turn left. This staircase here, you might not be able to see it. There's a staircase here. Right? Okay, so this staircase here, you're going to want to go down that. But, not yet. We need to see if power is on, right? So power's not on. The reason I know power's not on is there should be lights illuminating that crate right there. Remember, checking corners. Alright, and remember to check all these. You can either turn the power on and then look, or you can look after. I've gotten very used to, here's Scav over there. We just want to get out at this point, so we're just going to run. So, okay, this is a big thing. If you're hatchet running, you have 2 buttons, right? So you have the right click, which does sort of a arcing swing, right? And that's good for killing arms and legs. Good for if you want to like throw a grenade at them after you've hit them once or twice. But then you hit it with the other button, with your right finger, and you get this like stabbing motion. Now the stabbing motion hits low. It's about chest height, so you want to look up. You're going to want to hit them in the face with that if you want to kill a dude with a gun. If you happen to get up in his face with that, you could potentially kill him. There's a reason I run away from that door. Run away. and come to this wall. So basically you're going to run away, and you're going to go right here, and you're going to turn around. Two reasons. One, people like to sit right there and camp. Right there. Once you open that door, they're going to sidestep to the left, and they're going to shoot you. Another reason is because people like to sit with a GL on the other side there. See that ramp going up? Right there. They like to sit right there with a GL and shoot this wall, and you're just dead. You're just dead if you open that door. You're so dead. So you come out here, you look to the right, and then when you come out again, you look to the left, make sure nobody's in there, and then you close this door. Now, we're gonna go and finish this run, and then we're gonna look for extra loot because I've got really nothing else. So did you guys see how I did that? If you really need a refresher on this, it's super easy. You walk up to a door, you click it, and then you look away. That way, if somebody's sitting on the other side of the door that has body-piercing rounds, they won't shoot you in the face when you're opening the door. It's also good for corners, because it alters the way your body looks on the map. So yeah. Saw me clear that room? Let's do it again. I clear left, I clear right, I clear left, I clear right, and then there's this one. They can stand right up there. So I always hug this corner, go around the side. Because they'll be literally right here, waiting for you to come by. Alright. They'll also sit up there, but it doesn't appear that anybody's there today. So that's the exit right there. That button that I just pushed is slowly opening the exit. What I want to do right now... So, you know that ASA that I said was 2 million? 2 of them spawn right here. Or at least have potential to. So instead of wasting time, I'm going to go down here. An intel can spawn on this table, on the ground, or on the cylinder. But again, I'm not going to waste time. I have too much loot on my body to sit around here and look for other loot. I'm just going to get out. I might go search the jackets, so I'm going to shut this door. Intel can also spawn on the table above this duffel bag, right here, or on the ground, on that paperwork. I keep thinking that I'm hearing sounds from the game, but I don't think that it's from the game. Go ahead and use all this. Grab the G-phone. Grab the key. I think this is just a pump station. Oh, no administration. It's not really any better. And then we're out. So, if you're doing hatchet runs, you need to do one thing before you leave, right? You need to check your time. Because if you are under 10 minutes, you might get a run through. And a run through means that none of your stuff can be sold on the market, which is very bad. Very, very bad. For instance, if I couldn't sell my ASA on the market, then the ASA would only be worth 200,000. So now that I can sell it on the market, we're good. Anyways, guys, that was a quick tip for reserve, for playing the game, and just in general. I hope you have a good one.